Alrighty, so this is what we're going to do today. All right, Tammy, I know you're still busy, but it's okay. We're going to start. You just continue, okay? Halfway, once you're ready, then you can give us your speech. So last week, Elliot, Tammy was with me, all right? And then she prepared a speech that she is actually very excited to deliver, and I'm also very excited to listen. So we will just wait for her to finish her dinner while we do. All right, I'm going to tell you, this is a head start to your Secondary 1 English program, all right? Which means next year you guys will be taking your Sec 1. So I'm going to talk a little bit about your public speaking. I'm also going to be the teacher. My name is Miss Gloria. All right, I'm going to take you not just today, but I'm going to take you for the rest of the year. And next year, when you go to Sec 1, I'm going to be your English teacher as well. All right, so you can just call me Miss Gloria, Miss G, Cher, whatever you guys want. So today's focus is on public speaking, and we're going to speak about the objective. So hopefully at 9 p.m., when I think Elliot will be very hungry by then. All right, by then, all right, we're going to learn how to speak in a clear and understandable manner. And we're going to talk about how we can display confidence when we're speaking. All right. 1 second. Not sure why it's still in that. All right. So last week we did about learning public speaking, and today we're going to continue as well. All right. Well, next lesson we're going to talk about school English, which is editing. All right. Let's move on. All right. What we're going to do is, I know you are not yet Elliot, but just tell me, what do you know anything about public speaking? Is there anything that you know about public speaking?
It's talking to a lot
Sorry,
of
sorry.
people.
1 second, darling. Let me get a nice color. All right, yeah. You were saying, what do you think about public speaking?
It's just talking to a lot of people.
All right, so it is talking to people. What else do you know? What is it talking about? It's always talking about a particular topic, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it is about a
Specific topic.
thank you. It's about a specific topic. All right, what else?
It's
talking to people. It's about a specific topic. And most of the time, it will be something
important.
that the audience is interested. Am I right? If not, they won't be listening, right?
Yeah.
All right, something that the audience is interested. All right, sorry, what were you saying, Elliot?
Nothing.
Nothing? All right, Tammy, are you done, Tammy? Or do you need more time?
A little more.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, we're going to move on. Okay, so this is what it is, public speaking. So we're going to go and continue and talk a little bit. It's actually a bit of a revision. So Tammy, you can take your time because the next few slides is just a YouTube video. Okay, I'm going to show this YouTube video. All right, so how to speak more, am I on the right slide? All right, so the focus today is going to be how to speak in a more confident manner. All right, before that, Elliot, I'm going to ask you this question because you saw this video last week. We discussed about it. So when you saw the video, what is 2 things that you learned or you found interesting about the video that you just watched? Sorry, I can't hear you, darling.
The internet.
The internet, yes, and then?
You being able to share anything you want.
Exactly. You can do anything you want as well. And the most important thing about the thing is they're saying that sometimes we have brilliant ideas in our head, but a lot of these brilliant ideas do not come up because we are not able to communicate. And the best part about communication is it's a skill that can be improved. There are specific things that one can do so that we can improve our communication skills. So that's what we're going to talk about. All right, Elliot and Tammy, do you think that both of y'all can speak very confidently, or do you all think you need more help with it?
I need more help with it.
All right, Elliot? Sorry?
I also need more help with
You also need more help. All right, so one way, and I think a lot of my students also tell me, Ms. Gloria, that I tend to speak very fast. Now I'm quite slow, but normally when I'm speaking at this rate. That's quite fast, right? Really very, very fast. So I tend to speak really fast, but now as I'm learning, I also, as much as I'm a teacher, I've taught for 15 years, I'm also learning how, because sometimes it is so important that you slow down your rate of speaking. When someone is very nervous, that's when they speak, all right? And if you're rushing through, there's a likelihood that you are not making sense, you're rambling, and you're very, very nervous. So So remember to slow down your rate of speaking. Hang on, let me write this. So a lot of the time people, when they're speaking fast, because they are nervous or they're anxious. So slow down your rate of speaking to sound more confident. All right, so that is very, very important that you slow down your rate of speaking. Second is to speak with your pause. Tammy, could you tell me how long do you pause when it's a full stop and how long do you pause when it's a comma?
Usually for full stop, you probably pause for 2 seconds and comma for 1 second.
Thank you. So for full
But
stop,
I
is
tend to speak too quickly, then I did not pause.
so you need to do that. All right. So a full stop is 1 to 2 seconds, and a comma is normally a half to 1 second pause. All right. So this is very, very important. So pausing is very important so that you are in control what you're saying and you're not hesitating and using like, oh, you know what are fillers? Anybody know what are fillers? A lot of people use this. Anybody know what are fillers? Those are called your fillers. Okay. So some example of fillers are
Is la and law a filler?
sorry?
Is la and law a filler?
La and law are Singlish. They are not fillers. All right. And you do not use that in your oral exam. Okay. You don't say what la, what la. You can't use all that. You're gonna get really bad marks. Okay. So these are all your fillers, and you do not want to use fillers. All right. So we want to try to avoid that. Is that clear? All right, let's go on to the next one. Sorry, guys, my thing is a bit set up today is a bit. All right, so one of the benefits of public speaking is that public speaking allows you, all right, to communicate better, and communication is so important. All right, and so when you say communicate, you're able to converse. All right, and if you're able to converse, you're able to do what? You're able to have a better leadership, all right? And most importantly, it boosts one's self-esteem. Another word for self-esteem, can somebody tell me? What's another word for self-esteem?
Confidence.
Thank you. All right, self-esteem means self-confidence. And confidence is so important, all right? And, oh yeah, it's already there. Sorry, I didn't realize that. And most importantly, you need to have, by able to talk well, you get more opportunities. People say, oh, wow, he can speak very well. He'll make a good leader. He can speak very well. We can choose him to be a prefect. He can speak very well. Maybe he can be the one who is chosen for this. All right. So it also helps you to build relationship and expand opportunities. All right. And you'll notice that a lot of the time, important people, like if you look at our ex-Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, he was a very good and effective communicator. All right. All right, now let's going to revise the 4 steps to being a good public speaker. And I think Tammy will give us the first one. Tammy, what is the first one? It starts with, oh, shucks, sorry. It starts with A. Do you
Know
remember?
your audience.
Thank you. Your first one is always know your audience. All right, Elliot, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm going to walk into a primary 1 classroom and I want to tell them a story, this is how I would do it. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Guess what Miss Gloria is going to do today? Everybody huddled together. I'm going to be telling you a very, very exciting story. This is how I would speak to everyone. Imagine after this, I come out and my principal calls me and says, okay, Gloria, you're now going to go into the auditorium and there's going to be about 500 people. They're all teachers, principals, and vice principals. Can you please give a speech? I'm going to walk into the auditorium. Am I going to say, hi, everyone? No, I'm not going to say that. People think I'm xiao, right? What am I going to say? I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Today, I'm going to speak about. So because my audience is different, my speech also becomes different. Am I right to say that? All right. So your audience is very, very, very important. All right. So knowing your audience is very important. So tell me who's your audience, because your audience will determine your message. The topics that you talk to a primary 1 student or a primary 3 student will be different from a topic that you're going to talk to parents or teachers or all the bankers or all the lawyers. All right. And you need to know what background information they have. And you need to know what is valuable to them. Okay, now this is very important. I'm going to write it again. I told this to Tammy. Oh, sorry. Always speak on a topic that is valuable to your audience. All right. For example, Elliot and Tammy, if I'm going to sit here and say, okay, guys, for the next half an hour, I'm going to talk to you how to fix a pipe. You'll be like, what the hell? Why must I learn? But if I'm going to say, Elliot and Tammy, I'm going to speak the next half an hour about how to ace your Set 1 English exam. Would you be interested? Yeah. Would you be interested if I'm going to spend half an hour how to fix a pipe? No. So always know that you must speak on a topic that is valuable to your audience, something that they can learn from. All right, something that they can learn from, something that is of interest to them, and something that is going to add value to them. If it's going to be a topic that is nothing, that has got no value, that they're not going to learn anything, and that is not of interest to them, are they going to listen to you? Hell no, right? So always remember your audience. Tammy, this is like a good recap for you. Tammy, you tell me what is the next one. It starts with P.
Prepare your speech.
Wow, very good. 很好. All right, so the next P, the next point is prepare your speech. And what is the quote that I told you, Tammy, last week? If you fail, you remember the quote?
Oh wait, is it if you fail, it does not mean that you're a failure?
Okay, that's a good quote as well. But no, this is slightly different. I'm going to write it for Elliot because he wasn't here. Sorry. Elliot, this is for you, and I'm very sure Tammy is going to remember.
Oh, okay.
Yes, if you fail to plan, you are planning to
Fail.
fail. So preparing your speech is very, very important because you do not want to come across as someone who is disorganized, someone who's unprepared. All right, so it's very, very important. And one way of preparing your speech is getting a hook, all right, to get your audience's attention. And later I'll go through I think 5 different ways that you can hook your audience, all right? And you must be able to connect with them. And you must always have at least 3 main points so that your audience can learn something. All right, next one. Oh, I forgot to ask Tammy. So after your audience and you prepare, you need to organize your speech. That is so important. All right. Once you organize your speech, all right, and I think you all will know about that. You all know about the peel structure? You all know what's the peel structure? Have you all heard of this? All right. So you've got your point. Sorry again. You've got your point. You've got your evidence. You've got your elaboration or explanation. And lastly, you have your link to the topic. So your point, evidence, elaboration, and link. So these are your 4 things when you're doing your organizing your speech. Okay, so make sure you have an introduction. You need to have an introduction. You need to have 3 main points. All right, and then you need to have a conclusion. And when you're writing your 3 main points, each main point must follow what structure? P-E-E-L, P-E-E-L, P-E-E-L. Does it make sense? After your introduction, you have a main point. So your point,